Yo, what's good, kings and queens? It's your boy Don, and I'm back for another reaction video today. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so y'all know every time I post. You heard? I post at least twice a day, so y'all gotta stay tuned to see the different stuff that I'm viewing. Every reaction that I do is like live time, so everything that I'm seeing, y'all seeing at the same time as me. So if y'all don't understand, please let's talk about it in the comments. Hit that subscribe button so y'all know every time I post and know what's going on. You heard? Today, y'all, I'm gonna be reacting to why 2021 will be a great year. We are in 2022 now. The reason I'm watching this video is because there's a series of videos that leads up to 2022. So definitely stay tuned for that. They're gonna be what I record next, so they'll be like all in the sequential order. So it'll be 2021, why it will be a great year, and then we got two more. So stay tuned. You heard? Let's see what they were saying back in 2021. I feel like I'm in the future right now, so I'm dead going backward. So y'all get to see what they were saying 2021 was gonna be like. Let's take a look, man.
If you watched our show on why 2021 will be a terrible year, you might have got to the end.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Y'all, we saw that video too. So that video is gonna be before this video. So y'all go check it out. You are.
Felt a happiness-sapping sense of hopelessness. But don't worry, viewers. Today we're gonna make things right. You're gonna hear about a lot of silver linings around a big black cloud. Some bad things went down in 2020, but that doesn't have to mean 2021 will be another year from hell. In fact, we think things are gonna work out pretty well next year. Here's how. That thing called COVID-19 was hung over us like a storm that just wouldn't go away. Every time you turned on the TV or fired up the computer, the news was the same. Sickness and death on repeat.
Yep.
We're hoping those days will soon be over, and we have every right to feel optimistic. As we write this, the news is telling us that the American biotech firm called Moderna has a vaccine for COVID-19, and the preliminary results after testing 30,000 people show it has a 94.5% efficacy rate. That was much better than anyone expected this early in the game, with the US's leading infectious disease expert Anthony Fauci calling the vaccine stunningly impressive. That's music to the ears of anyone who's currently locked down and praying for this virus to go away. Okay, so getting large parts of populations vaccinated is not an easy task at all. It'll take time. But we believe that by the time 2021 rolls around, there will be significantly less fear and worry around the world. In fact, we're pretty sure that as spring comes, people are going to be out in the streets celebrating as if a great war has been won in the winter of humanity. That's all about
in the future, no.
Every country relieved and ready to build again.
No.
There are those that predicted another Great Depression happening, which doesn't bode well for 2021, but there are also a lot of analysts talking about V-shaped recoveries in many countries. This has become much more of a reality since those vaccines became the news of the day. As for the economy, some people predict that people will spend big once lockdown and social distancing restrictions have been lifted. But there are cautious voices too, who predict that people might now have a save for a rainy day mindset.
Yep,
it's
that
true
too.
That once the Great Depression was over, quite a lot of people lived for years after as if one might come again. They stuck bundles of cash under the bed, waiting for the worst to happen. Nonetheless, we didn't have another Great Depression, and so we think the bounce back from COVID-19 will be bouncy. It's guesswork if we ask when COVID will finally end in terms of it killing large swaths of people, but even before the new vaccines were being tested, some experts predicted that.
So we get an intermission, y'all. Make sure y'all go ahead, go down right now, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. You have to hit all to know every time I post, you heard? So please hit all. I appreciate y'all ahead of time. I appreciate the love. Put y'all channels in the description, you heard? I want to go subscribe to some of y'all channels too, you heard? And I want everybody else to see them, and y'all just talk, communicate. We're going to create a family here, you heard? So let me know in the comments as well what y'all think of this reaction so far. Like, you know, do y'all feel like y'all getting any information out of this? Like, what year are y'all in currently? I'm in 2022. Obviously, we passed 2021. I feel like a lot of people been outside. People really haven't gone inside. So, like, I think now it's getting a lot better with more people outside. 2022, 2021, I feel like it was starting to open up. Like, people were still scared to really do stuff. But 2022, it got really everything fully. Now everybody coming back outside type. But I'm outside every day, man. I just got my mask on, you heard? Right here. Anyway, man, thank y'all for hitting that subscribe button. Let's get back into the video, you heard?
To society. In the spring of 21, people are going to be eating out more, socializing more,
Right.
and generally just enjoying their freedom.
That's
just
right now.
imagine the joy people will feel when all those social restrictions have been lifted. We're going to go out on a limb here and say that by May 2021, there's going to be a lot of happiness in the air and a lot of people being very friendly to each other. Regular life will seem like a blessing after the horror of 2020. For a while, you're going to feel a natural high every day. And then as the year passes, you can go back to being grumpy. We think masses of people will receive the vaccine in the spring and summer, and by the time September is here, herd immunity will be well on its way. The summer's gonna be just great, possibly the best summer you've ever had. As Bill Gates said in an interview, COVID won't just completely disappear, but you can bet in 2021 your life will return to normal again. Another thing is, we've learned a lot of valuable lessons. The vast majority of people who got COVID-19 came out on the other side in one piece. That wasn't everyone, unfortunately, but most people survived without having any negative long-term health problems. One thing we know now is we should take care of our bodies, so we have stronger constitutions to help us through times of sickness. We believe that post-COVID, there will be a lot more people in the world that exercise and try to live a healthier lifestyle. We've had our warning. Now we're not going to ignore our health again. Trust us, gyms and parks are going to be packed full in 2021. We're about to usher in a new normal of staying healthy. An article published in the British...
No, I'm not gonna lie. He just threw me off with that. Like, that's really got me thinking now. It's just crazy, man. They trying to force stuff on us. Like, why I gotta lose weight for? Like...
2020 explained that doctors in some areas saw something strange happen in 2020. Cases of flu amongst children were down significantly. One doctor said, sure, kids not mingling at school made a difference, but she also said people were much more serious about personal hygiene. She thinks that this is part of the new normal. People just washing their hands more,
Is that a male?
not sneezing into other people's faces. Maybe COVID has made humanity cleaner. With so much less activity in the world.
No, I'm still seeing people not washing their hands.
Showed that in many big cities around the world, air pollution was dramatically reduced. Okay, so when people have the freedom again to move around, maybe that'll go back to normal, but some experts think not. One environmental economist at Stanford University predicted that this cleaner air will save thousands of lives. Maybe when people understand this positive effect, they'll be a lot more responsible about burning oil. He said, in this respect, COVID has taught us to think about the future. Now, let's talk about goodwill. You might not...
Yo, I'm like, what? We get another intermission, y'all. Please just make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Is that Black China? What is going on? Y'all make sure to hit those buttons. Hit that subscribe. Hit that notification bell and hit all. We're not going to be in intermission too long. I feel like I had what I said what I had to say.
Giving op shots that's gonna break through their chest. Paramedic, they gon' need a coroner. Fuck a pandemic, can you tell me how?
Yo, welcome to Sports and Street Talk Season 2, Episode 3. And today we in LA and we got a very special guest.
Alright, y'all, let's get back to the video.
During the crisis, a lot of very good people have been doing good things for others. In the UK, the government said it needed National Health Service volunteers. The number of people that said they'd like to help was more than 750,000.
Nice.
In lots of countries, people volunteered to go shopping for those who couldn't get out. We saw singing from balconies. We saw communities coming together. This can only be good for the future. You and your neighbors might be closer than you've ever been before. It's time to light up the barbecue in 2021 and invite all those helpful neighbors around for a beer and a burger.
That's
As
a dog.
Inside the house, okay, some folks were driven off the wall by their families during lockdowns, but many people reported getting closer to their families. When the virus is finally gone, maybe you'll find you have a better relationship with all those around you. Not only that, many people said during lockdown they learned to cook better. Others got into gardening, and some folks spent some time fixing up their house. If anything, your house is going to be a better place to live in 2021. In 2020, we struggled, but we learned to get along. In 2021, we'll see the fruits of our understanding and kindness. As for work, there was a hell of a lot of bad news in 2020. Lots of people lost their job during the pandemic. Nonetheless, some people were able to carry on working at home. Remote work will only become more popular in 2021. Maybe some of you like going to the office, but it can also get very expensive paying for gasoline or public transport. On top of that,
What
there
is
are
going
those
on?
hours in the morning that you'd rather spend in bed. Fewer cars on the
What?
streets also means less pollution, so it's a win-win for everyone. We found reports that told us during the pandemic a lot of people started learning new skills so they could work from home.
True.
Forbes called this new trend more than
That's what I'm doing right
It's
now,
funny
y'all.
that the
New
number of
skill,
people
you heard?
Googling phrases such as free online course and online courses has never been so high in the history of the internet.
Nice.
People are not lying down and accepting defeat. In 2020, they got online and started learning new things. In 2021, we imagine there will be a lot
If I start a
of people out
school,
there
would y'all
learning
join?
from their new skills. In the UK, one survey found that a whopping 24% of respondents were currently learning something new online. One guy that Forbes interviewed said he learned website design and development, and it helped him to launch a second company.
Nice.
Not everyone locked down spent all their time watching Netflix and disaster news. From what we can see, lockdown helped a lot of people. The World Economic Forum 2018 Future of Jobs report told us 54% of all employees would need new skills by 2022. Well, it couldn't have predicted that many of those people were locked down in 2020 and they learned those new skills. Tech companies also have come up with new apps to help people work remotely and stay connected online.
Wow.
These tools are here to stay and will only get better in 2021. What this also means, of course, is that next year you might find yourself applying for a job in a city or a town far from where you live. Just look online at the moment and look at who's hiring for remote positions. It's very possible right now to work in expensive New York and live in a small community on the other side of the country. Some companies have been forced to do this, but they found that it actually works. It's
Nice.
likely that a lot of companies won't go back to how they did things pre-pandemic. The world, people, is now your oyster. Some people have said that this will have another benefit for many people. That is, if businesses are no longer using large office spaces, then property prices around those spaces might come down. High-paid employees often drive up prices when they move into town, but that will become less of a problem in the coming years. At the same time, if students spend less time on campus, perhaps educational institutions won't have to spend as much time on infrastructure. There's a good chance that formal online learning will bring the cost of education down. And
Hopefully,
what
yes.
does it feel like staying in your country? Well, there are a growing number of people in the world today that call themselves digital nomads. In the past, the option of working in another country might have been alien to you, but right now it's more of a possibility.
Yep.
Not only will 2021 be the year when we see more remote workers than ever before, but we expect more of those workers to work and travel at the same time. You might not have seen this, but quite a few countries now offer long-term visas for remote workers. One of the best things is some of those countries don't have a high cost of living. Costa Rica has such a visa, although you'll have to show that you earn at least $2,500 a month. Portugal and Mexico both make it fairly easy for someone to stay a while and work, and Croatia is in the process of creating a new digital nomad visa. Imagine spending next year on a beach in a foreign country, using your newly learned skills to support yourself. This doesn't have to be a dream. It's more possible than ever. Well, once borders open, which we think they will next year. Part of
Nice.
the new normal is sustainable travel, which includes people staying
They are
longer
open.
in the places they visit. A lot of people are already planning too. In August of 2020, the website Skyscanner said it was seeing a 368% increase in searches. Other surveys showed that lots of people were interested in traveling as 2020 crawled along, and many of those people had the first few months of 2021 in mind for a leaving date. That's you on vacation in 2021. That's not so bad, is it?
Right.
Then there are all the activities you missed that are more than likely all coming back. You'll be able to go see a movie at a theater again. You'll be able to go watch your favorite sports team in a stadium. Festivals and concerts should come back, as should street festivals.
Yep.
Just imagine how good they'll feel after being banned for so long.
No, Justin
Even a
Bieber.
Justin Bieber concert will feel divine. June 2nd, San Diego. Mark it on your calendar. 2020 has been a great big wart on the history of mankind. So let's be glad that right now most of the world isn't at war. Let's remember that we've come a long way in terms of how we treat each other. Economic inequality is still a big problem, but a century ago things were much worse. You might now be thinking about learning a digital skill and moving to a European country with amazing beaches when a century ago, if you weren't born into the right family, your options were pretty dire. So there you go. In 2021, you might feel closer to your family. You might live in a world that cares more than ever about hygiene, health, and fitness. You might live in communities that are tighter than ever before. You might have learned new skills and are using them in 2021 to earn a living in a beautiful foreign country. Your
Yep.
skies might be cleaner and your roads might be less congested. What's not to like about 2021? And don't forget the big news we told you in the other less optimistic 2021 show. Keeping Up with the Kardashians will at last have its final season. What an amazing year it's gonna be.
No.
You should hear how we predicted 2020.
Yo, that's the next video we gonna watch. You heard. But what's crazy is a lot of these things have occurred. A lot of the things have opened up. But another thing about it is they're putting restrictions on stuff. Like they're kind of low key forcing people to get the vaccine in order to be able to travel. So there are a lot of like kinks and things that come with it. But overall, like things are starting to open back up. This video was sort of true, but it's 2022 now, so I think now really things is popping up now. So if y'all want to see me do the reaction to the 2021, go watch the video. It's right before this, and I'll watch the one for 2022 after this. So y'all stay tuned. You heard. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what else y'all want me to react to. You heard. See y'all in the next video. Peace, love, dawn.